Hello everybody and welcome back to HeMakesMePlay. I am Marius and I am blind, I cannot see, and therefore I make other people play video games. Today I am here again with Vincent. Hello Vincent.
Hello Marius.
Yes, we are again playing Disco Elysium.
Yes.
And we're still in the church, and you know what? I'm totally fine with it. That's fine, no problem. I like the church. Last time we danced, which was fun.
Yeah.
Real fun. Okay, the music actually does annoy me again, but anyway.
And we are working on it.
Yeah, we talked to the girl, Azelle is her name.
Yeah.
And now we have this quest to catch the silver bird, find out her secret.
Right.
Which is probably lame. I get the vibes of like some 15-year-old goth girl who's making herself more secretive than she actually is. But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
and
I feel like there's more to her.
What's your prediction for Azelle's secret? Do you want to hear mine?
Yes.
I think she has rich parents.
Yeah.
That's yours like too? Yeah, okay.
There's she chose this life.
Yeah. And the boys can't know.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's find out. I guess we just do more shit in the church.
Yeah.
What's next? We solved Egghead's puzzle.
Yes, and we can talk to him, and
that
is the next thing.
Right,
also,
we have to find a tape for him, right?
Right.
Yeah, we didn't want to give him the tape that was part of our police investigation.
Yeah.
With like the mercenaries recorded sound bites.
Oh, we can still try.
No, I won't. That's unprofessional. Here we go.
Yeah. Large speakers.
He is so stoked.
Yeah.
It's nice.
He is the hype man.
Yeah.
Large speakers are set up behind the young man, blasting a familiar song.
Vibrations thump through your blue soul. The music sounds much better in the church. A hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, tangled in its branches, something bronze flutters in the wind.
And that is what we are looking for,
yeah,
the tape.
We kind of have to find that, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we will do that today.
Stage, behind a table, nodding along to the music and waving his hand in the air. In front of him, the audio mixer. One reel spinning. The other reel deck is empty. Cables run hither and thither. On one side, you see an auxiliary line in with the number 4.5 written next to it.
The hither and thither was a bit much, honestly.
Yeah. Also, like, is this like there was 5 paragraphs of text, and we just talked to him, and then we clicked him again, and again we get 5 paragraphs of text.
Yeah, this is a bit emblematic of the church. Yeah.
Okay.
However, there is more with Egghead's dialogues, right?
Yes.
There are more like options about other stuff.
Yeah.
And I am interested in the cable that Soona needs.
And that is the first option we can take. The first option is, Egg, can you please route Soona's signal through your speakers?
Yes.
Then we have, how do you like it in the church? Are you a thought reader? Or why are there lungs on your belt buckle?
I do want to do all of these. But let's take it from the top.
Okay.
Start with the cable.
To the mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary. What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5?
Oh, here we go. I know all about this shit. Because we had to set up our studio before we recorded this.
Yeah. Also,
yeah.
In the text it says, he says, to the mega, here! And then he gets serious, and he continues with, I can route it through auxiliary. And the voice actor didn't change at all.
He did have a slightly lower energy level. Yeah, but I fear, Vincent, that Soona is going to use 3.5.
Yes.
And we saw in the paragraph of description it said 4.5 next to the aux. So
our only option is it's 3.5, no doubt about it. It's on the ground, and we point to it.
And Harry knows this stuff.
She uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. These two don't mix.
There's so much emphasis.
Yeah, we need an adapter, a converter.
Oh no, we're going to be in this church forever.
Okay, I think the game is aware of our criticism.
Yeah, the lieutenant closes his eyes.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here.
Oh, thank God.
He searches for the cable on the ground.
This was a fake out.
Picks it up, looking at the jack.
Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all good people.
With a grin, he sticks the plug into the auxiliary line, and you hear a satisfying click.
Great! Someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please?
Oh no. And we ask, Egg, the music?
Everybody! Everybody! Don't panic! I'm going to turn off the Arno for just a sec. For a special scheduled event.
Oh, that was good.
The Arno will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. Alright, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes. And then I'll turn off the music.
I do want to hear this, right? We will. Let's just briefly remind ourselves what's going on. Soona is investigating the pale spot in the church, and she wants to like hear it. Like she's constructed a microphone sort of arrangement.
Yeah.
And we want to amplify the signal, and we're going to use the disco boys for that, which makes complete sense. So I'm actually very curious to hear now what this might sound like.
Yeah, so let's go to Soona.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if the dialogue will just immediately do this now, but I would say let's go to Soona.
Yeah. Let's see what she has to say.
I'll turn off the Arno.
Yes. What is it?
Okay. Oh, well, there are also other options we can ask
Of
her about
course,
Ruby
there's
and all
always
that stuff.
more.
But the first option is, all right, I talked to Egghead. He plugged in the cable. You can now unmute your speakers.
Yeah.
Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
But we just did that.
She seems hesitant, her eyes still fixed on Egghead.
Maximum!
Shouts Egghead, a great smile still adorning his face, larger than a red dwarf star.
It's a nice comparison.
Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instance? Just this one time? Maximum is not the only way, okay?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way! Glue style!
Close down.
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless.
And we can ask, why do you want to turn down the volume? Or we can ask, or we can say, I think what Egghead is trying to say here is that the volume button is stuck on maximal.
Is that what he's trying to say?
I mean, he did say glue style, but still,
I don't think
felt,
that's what that's referring to.
I think he's telling us that he wants us it to be
Yeah.
stuck on maximal.
Which actually I thought might be a good idea, because that bloody pale sound was so hard to hear in the first place. So why not turn it up? Actually, let's ask her. Why not turn it up?
Yeah, I think she's afraid of what happens when we listen to the pain.
Sure, it might blow out the speakers, but yeah, I don't know. Ask her.
Because I'm afraid that something might happen.
Yes,
It's
congratulations.
an unknown phenomenon. We can always turn it back up if there's a need.
Can't turn down the hardcore!
Okay, and that
Okay.
leaves us with saying it's stuck on
Yeah,
maximum.
okay.
Of course it is.
She shrugs, consigned to her fate.
All right.
Yeah! Permanent enlightenment! Ray of sound!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5. Everyone ready?
Oh yeah, I'm
She
so
looks
pumped.
around the church.
To the mega.
Mm-hmm.
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
Born ready.
Says André.
Ready.
Yells Noid.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
That's a sound.
The lieutenant nods stoically.
And here we go.
Not so stoically. His hand moves to the gun holster.
Oh man,
What?
that's good.
Okay.
Suddenly, your palms are sweaty. The church seems cold and large, somehow.
And that Empire is afraid.
There's tightness in your chest. Anxiety.
I like how no one asked the crab man if he's ready. 'Cause everybody knows he's listened to this shit already.
Uh-huh.
Like, to the mega.
Okay, and we have one last chance to say, hold on for a moment. Or we can say, okay, ready. and
Yeah,
proceed.
just say ready.
5, 4,
Oh shit.
3,
I have to click continue after everyone.
2, 1.
Are you sure we want to do that?
Yes!
Okay, here we go.
Mute disengaged.
She lifts her hand from the keyboard. Complete silence fills the room.
No wind outside, No waves, no floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls.
Is it like antimatter?
It's like anti-sound.
Yeah.
It drowns out all other sound through like anti-waves
Yeah.
that cancel them out. Surely this somehow works physically. This is totally real.
I mean, yes.
Yeah. But like if someone were to talk now, would they not make any sounds?
I assume not.
Let's see what happens now.
In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine.
Camera shaking.
It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate.
And as I said, the camera is shaking and it zoomed out and everybody is looking around afraid and trying to shield their heads.
Wow. Maybe
It's out there now, in the world, made manifest. It will devour everything. The floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing will remain.
It is antimatter.
Well, I mean, they are describing what the Pale is doing to the world anyway.
Yeah.
But now we're getting an accelerated version of it, which, I mean, we are amplifying it. That just makes sense in a way.
Yeah.
I don't quite believe that we are dooming Ravachol to the apocalypse right now, but I think Harry's getting a vision of this, what is happening, right? What's going to happen.
Yeah, but also the church is looking like it's slowly falling apart.
Yeah, but theoretically we have the option to turn the
Yeah,
speakers off again.
That's true.
Yeah, but okay, what happens now?
Guys, what's going on?
So they can't talk.
Yeah. There's alarm in the man's voice as he steps back to scan the surroundings. A slight rattle like crystal clattering in the cupboard fills the air, joining the chorus.
It's getting louder.
Says Noid, his eyes riveted on the strange circle of water basins.
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Wow.
And the screen shaking is getting stronger.
Hosiana, mother of Mega.
For some reason, this is very threatening, but these fucking disco boys are the exact people I want around for this. For some reason, I feel like they know how to handle this.
Yeah. I mean, they live in two extreme noises, right?
But it's also just like, this is it's such a basic version of primordial fear. It just feels good to have these kids around who are so stoked and enthusiastic about everything.
Yeah.
It's just, right?
Yeah, I see your point.
Let's see where this is going.
So Egghead says, Hosiana, mother of Mega, you hear Egghead yell. Then something else, but his voice is growing faint.
In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. Salvation. He's peaking. The worst high he's ever been on.
The worst high? Okay.
Yeah, that was Electron. And we can say, hey, what's that weird rattling sound? Or number 2, it was in me at first. Or the last option, I've never heard anything this hardcore in my life.
Huh.
I like the second option.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna say that. Let's take the second one.
The beauty and the beat. The future of dance. Planetary.
No, Egg! It's the window!
The glass shards around Dolores Day's vacant heart appear to be vibrating from the sound. It almost looks like as if she's alive.
Oh man, is this how we're gonna get to talk to her?
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside, cautiously, his eyes searching for a possible evacuation route.
And the sound stopped.
Yeah.
The window is going to come down. No, the roof.
She looks up. A screech fills the air. A scream of wood and nails. The pillars of the church twist and creak above and around you.
Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark.
Come down to us! Love!
Below it, all the bass grows, like the jaws of a giant compressor gnawing on metal and wood. It does not sound benevolent at all.
That's it. I'm muting it.
And it's not gonna work.
She reaches for the keyboard.
Uh-huh.
And we can say, yeah, we should stop. Soona, mute it. Or we can say, everybody, don't panic. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, number 2.
Beautiful car! Beautiful life!
Shit! It doesn't stop.
Of course.
Asil, have you?
The woman is furiously pressing down on her keyboard, but the sound doesn't stop.
Why is she...
I've turned it off.
Ah, okay.
Yes, I've turned it off.
Yeah.
She yells, holding the contact mic in her hand.
Mm-hmm.
Andre, pull the compressor. The place is gonna come down.
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here. It's...
Out there.
In the mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop.
Oh.
This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down.
And we can scream, Egghead, it's in the desk. Or, Egghead, whatever you do, don't stop it.
Oh, man. Yeah, don't stop it.
Okay.
But then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector.
And hey, we gained 5 XP.
Just 5. This felt worth more. Also felt weirdly cathartic.
Yeah.
It was like throwing up or something. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Don't hold it back.
Yes.
It's like, it's unpleasant for a while, but then it'll get better.
Uh-huh.
And it'll be out. Is that it?
We can continue.
Yeah.
Egg.
I pulled the plug.
Oh.
It was getting too hardcore.
He says, calmly.
Well, the thing is, if Egghead says that, then I concede to his wisdom.
Uh-huh.
Then it must be true.
Yeah.
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
Huh. Yeah, I was wondering what they would do if the church actually came down.
Yeah. I don't think there's a way to do that.
Probably not.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against. Just erased it. Suliswolf isn't gonna believe this.
She's referring to her video game company, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or radio game, I guess.
Yeah.
Which failed because all their data got erased, and that kept happening, I guess. Yeah. And right, that's the reason why she investigated the pair, right? She wanted to find the reason, and now she means like this signal. This is it. It's erased the stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now.
She composes herself, wipes the dust off her sweater, and rests her hands on the keyboard.
Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's the start.
All right.
And we can say, Kim, did you hear that? Or number 2, what was that? I've never heard anything like that.
Kim.
Number 3, you're going to write Sulislav? Or the last option, the conclude option is, what happens now? Are you going to... And that's it.
Yeah, Kim.
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful with it.
And he turned to the woman, saying that.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again.
Kind of makes me sad, but okay.
Well, I think the speed freaks want to.
Well, they're going to use the recording, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Make some dope music.
Yes.
Okay, other options.
What was that? I've never heard anything like that.
Yeah.
It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically,
She shakes her head.
I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
Okay.
And then we can ask, you're going to write Sulislav?
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
Yes, our lead designer.
There we go.
And later some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear.
That it wasn't her fault. Or theirs.
They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway.
And then they're gonna all gather together and start a new company and make a game called Disco Elysium
Uh-huh.
about the sound.
Yeah, and then they have a church, which
Yeah.
takes about 50 hours
And
to
they
go
fire their editor. No, I'm just making fun.
through. Yeah. Okay, and then we ask, what happens now?
Yeah.
Are you going to...
Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Sulislav. Also devise further measurements.
And because we completed the task, help Soona with her project,
Yeah.
we gained 70 XP.
That's nice. I'll take it.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but...
I'm glad she's still around. We also
Uh-huh.
need her to radio to a Zeppelin,
Right.
possibly.
That's the best she can manage for Andre. It's quite a lot in truth. For her, at least.
Yeah.
Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind.
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. Instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
Some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach. You're still alive. You have an explanation for all this. Somewhere deep in you.
Who's
you
saying
know.
that?
The person you were knows.
Inland Empire.
Yeah, of course.
Interestingly enough, it's the white check we gained is logic. Godly, 16. Form a theory on the 2-millimetre hole in the world.
Oh, that's cool.
And
This is in the dialogue with Soona, yeah? Okay.
we get a +1 from Heard of Doomed Commercial Area, +1
Okay.
from Investigated Doomed Commercial Area,
Oh, it's connected.
+2 from Heard of Motorway South, and another +2 from Motorway South completed.
I mean, this is kind of our thing. We're kind of the character for this puzzle, right?
Yep.
So what's the chance?
72%.
Okay.
And I think we probably have some items that give us logic.
Yeah, we can
bonuses.
put those on. We're also just generally, I think we're good at logic, right? Of the intellectual skills, that might be our best one.
Not really.
Okay.
Well, okay.
That's-
Of the
we can look
intellectual
at
ones,
them.
probably, yeah. We
Yeah.
have a 4 in it.
I mean, better than an encyclopedia.
yeah, yes.
But is there other dialogue stuff with Soona?
We can ask her about Ruby, or we can enter the 2-millimetre hole dialogue again, which I'm just going to do to see if there's anything
Yeah,
new.
sure.
The swallow, you mean?
Nope.
The Swallow.
Great. Thanks.
That's a weird name. Ask about Ruby. Let's just
So we say,
have a brief detour.
have you seen anyone suspicious? Say, a woman named Ruby.
Sure,
What? No.
Yeah.
No one's suspicious around here.
of course.
She has not seen her, sire. It is true.
Forgot about drama. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if we have any logic gear.
Oh, okay.
Logic. Do we get any bonus currently? No, we do not. We have the flip-up glasses, the auditor.
Yeah, of course glasses give you logic,
Mhm.
obviously. Especially once you can push up your nose.
Yes, and then we have the Cimmerian conical hat.
So glasses and a conical hat make you more logical.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And something else. we have the inter-isolary dress shirt.
That's logic too?
That is logic.
Okay.
Anything else?
Wow, we are a very logical person.
Yeah, I mean, just with these bonuses we gain... Oh, we even said also a hat. Yes, we have an even better logic hat.
Wow.
We have the Faln Pipo.
I don't know what that is. What's a pipo? How would you describe this hat?
Do you know what a beanie is?
Oh, it's a beanie? Sure.
Yeah, basically that.
Okay.
And it's, it has like white and dark stripes that go towards the top.
Oh, okay, I see. Mm-hmm.
And it's like...
We look like a dork, is the point.
Mostly, yes.
But that's nothing new. So anyway, we got logic now. I think we can just ace this check.
Yeah, we have +4 logic now.
Yes, what is it?
Here's my theory.
97%.
Yeah, let's
Here
do
we
it.
go.
You don't have to. You already have. A long time ago.
And we can ask, wait, how? Or, Soona, it is the origin point of the pale.
Well, really? I thought that was... that's kind of obvious, right? I mean, you and I knew that, right? That was our theory, right?
Yeah, but
I guess Harry didn't know. Didn't make that connection.
But here's the question. Is he saying this is part of the pale? Or is he saying this is the origin point of all pale in the world?
Okay, that would be a bit new. I wouldn't have necessarily said that there is one original point.
That is news to me as well, yes.
Okay, I'll take everything back. But of course, do the wait option first.
Yeah.
These thoughts formed in you somewhere in a long forgotten discussion behind the kitchen table in the evening light. Drinking coffee and smoking with a friend. And a woman, she was there too. Her hair smelled of shampoo as she was smoking.
Okay, something in our past.
Yeah.
No idea. And then we say, Soona, it is the origin point of the pale.
Yeah.
What?
The swallow. It's how it starts. It's baby pale.
But Pale isn't here. We're thousands of kilometers from the edge.
She looks up, and there's fear in her eyes as she considers the possibility.
That comforts her.
And we can say, no. And we look up. We are 20 meters from the very edge. Or we can say, the pale is only an effect, a transition between the world and that.
We are 20 meters.
She looks up into the darkness under the nave, then back at you.
Okay, and then we say the other one. The pale is only an effect,
Okay.
transition between the world and that.
Then what is that?
It's nothing. No, it's less than nothing. No.
It's less than nothing. The final rest state for reality. Imagine if all this, and we spread our hands, never was.
Yes, oblivion.
Then the Pale is...
Simply a gradient, or simply curdling milk.
Not sure if I like either of them very much.
No.
I guess curling milk. It's reality getting old, sort of.
Okay.
But the milk, it clearly hasn't started curdling yet. We're here, and the Pale is not.
I like that she's so into the milk.
Yeah, she gets it.
Yes. She's immediately on board.
Yeah.
And we say, one day, when it's larger, it will be.
Sure.
I understand. A theory of the Pale where instead of an outer ocean, it metastasizes. Like a cancer or a mold.
Yeah, that's a good metaphor.
Erupting in points inside the world.
And
Yeah.
we nod and say, this is one of those places.
Yeah.
According to this, how long...
Well, it's been growing very slowly, right? This is like thousands of years old, or at least hundreds.
Yeah, I think so. And we say, until it starts swallowing, it's already started. Starting with sound.
And information. causing data losses in the East Insulindian front.
That's right.
Have you considered why it's formed in a church? And also when or how it might start growing, or if it has other effects in addition to sound and data?
Ah,
Well,
okay,
she has confused cause and effect, right? It's not spawned in a church. It was there, and then because it was there, people built a church around it.
Is that the case?
That's what I thought
Okay,
happened.
yeah, I don't remember. But yeah.
But okay, what are the options?
An intellectual hunger fills her now, casting fear aside.
I also have a question, since we are piling them on. How do you know this? I'm not doubting you. I'm simply curious as to how a detective of the RCM
Knows how to think this.
It was literally my first idea after we heard about the pale and the spot, but sure.
And we can say, number one, it didn't form in a church. The church formed around it. Good.
I
take,
want to
Marius.
say that. Well, it's not my time. The game said,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
skill said that before.
Option number two, all the failed businesses in the doomed commercial area. All the failure in Martinese. Option number three.
So, okay, that connection I didn't make, right? That, okay, I did understand that it killed the video game company, but maybe the curse of the district, that entire thing is also real in the sense that this thing, this pale spot, swallowed, I guess, yeah, I don't know, financial transactions, whatever, right? It fucked with them.
Yeah,
That makes sense, sort of.
sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
I would
But
like
I
them
do
all.
think it's cool that they are connecting the curse to something else.
Yeah.
Other options?
Third option, I think I've had this thought before. That's how I know. And then the conclude option,
Okay.
one day all the world will be like that 2-millimetre hole.
Yes. But let's take from the top.
It didn't form in a church, the church formed around it.
Of course! A pine wood sarcophagus, or a containment facility of some kind,
Yeah.
built by the first settlers.
Kind of like after a nuclear power plant exploded,
Yeah.
like in Chernobyl.
Uh-huh.
And also in
Pine wood
this game.
sarcophagus.
Also in this game.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
And we can say, yes, acting on an instinctual level, or religious practices we've forgotten. Or we can say, or it can be a coincidence
No.
that the only church in the entire district is right here.
I guess technically, but no, say number one.
I have considered the same. The bad news is there were 7 pinewood churches built in the first decade of provincial settlement.
Huh. Okay.
Okay, but others, you know, they built them around special places maybe, and Pale Spot they may have instinctively identified as one of them, and in another case it may just have been like a really cool tree or a
Yeah.
place where the sun hits some rock in a special way, right? It's all special to
Yeah.
the early people.
And also, if the Pale had formed after the church had been built, we could have maybe recorded some progress in its growth, but we don't know how long it has been here. So
Yeah.
it might have been, as you said, thousands of years. And it
Yeah,
hasn't
even
really
before the
grown.
church was built.
So
Yeah.
yeah, okay, the area is sort of cursed because this thing stops communication or whatever, but it's not really that bad.
Yeah, at least it's growing very slowly. Just like in our world, the sun is technically gonna die and swallow the earth before it does, but the progress happens very slowly.
Yeah.
Not relevant for our time scale.
If you worry about that, Soona,
Yeah.
good luck.
Most of them were burnt down during the revolution, or repurposed before, during the suzerain. I'm not saying all of them have one in them, but
Some of them might. A black grain hanging in the air.
Sure.
Yeah. And then the next option is all the failed businesses in the doomed commercial area. All the failure in Martinese.
you think the presence of that puncture has somehow influenced the outcome of events here? Even say software development?
She already made up her mind when she heard it. Some kind of great and uncaring force had to play a part. It wasn't only them.
And we can say, yes, even the revolution was defeated here. I mean, a kind of anthroponetic history. Option number 2, all the failed businesses and ideologies. There's something wrong here. Or the last option. No. We are reaching. People fail on their own.
No, do number one.
I told the producers we need to go and move to a normal office building with amenities.
I told
But
them.
no, the artists like the milieu, the writers like the history. I told them.
Only-
You were right, Soona.
Yes,
You
right
were
or
right.
wrong, it wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
And we can say, I should let people still working in there know about this. They
Oh.
might be affected.
Oh, cool. We can go back to the bookshop.
Yeah, and to guard.
That's right.
Or we can say, no, it's better they don't know.
No, tell them. Number one.
You mean Plaisance and the Dice Maker?
Oh yeah, the
There was
dice
almost
maker.
no one left when we packed up.
How does she know about the dice maker? She's like way hidden. Anyway.
Yeah, but also she was just like a staircase away from the
Okay, yeah. Maybe
development.
she was there already when they
Yeah.
were still working.
And we can say, no, just the dice maker. I don't think Plaisance would survive this knowledge. Or we can say, no, just Plaisance. I don't think Nea is playing fair in this game. Or, yes, both of them deserve to know.
Yes, both of them.
Then go tell them.
A new task. Inform this dice maker about the source of doom and inform Plaisance about the source of doom.
Yeah, I mean, Harry might be right. She might not survive, but I kind of want to see what happens.
Yes.
Maybe we get a discount on that board game.
Maybe.
Okay.
I think we have enough money already. Yeah. So she said, then go tell them. And she smiles, suddenly encouraging. And
Thanks.
the next option is, I think I've had this thought before.
Yeah.
That's how I know.
Mm-hmm.
An amateur anthropomedic police officer. I'd like to say I've heard stranger things, but I'm not sure. This is a hell of a guess, however. Well worded, I might add.
Compliments from Kim. I'll take it.
Yes, it is very interesting. But I wouldn't say you know. This is a guess. One that's going to have to be proved by anthropometric scientists.
Fine. And then we conclude by saying, one day all the world will be like that 2-millimetre hole.
She falls silent. The wind blows in through the hole in the stained glass window, cold and moist.
And we gained a thought.
Oh, cool.
Cleaning out the rooms.
Yeah, let's look at that thought. Is the
I'm going
conversation...
to leave that out.
Not yet.
But the rest, some of this I can use to start to explain this to the rest of the team. Maybe I'll sound mad, but
Man, you will certainly sound mad.
one more thing. Maybe a club for anodic music isn't the worst thing you can erect around this particular point in space.
To drive away the silence that swallows all.
Mm-hmm.
That's the idea.
We can say, number one, perhaps not. Number two, yeah, that's still insane. But then again, so am I. Number three, the club is the only thing keeping this place and the rest of reality together. Or number four,
That's very extreme.
number four, actually, now that I think of it, maybe it's dangerous.
I want to say number 3.
Okay.
I wouldn't go so far as to...
Yeah! Once the light is on in the universe, it will never go out.
Thank you, Egghead. Let's leave it at that, shall we? We have an anthropomedic detection to perform in this district.
Yeah, okay, and that's Soona.
All right.
Look at the thought.
Yeah. And that was cool.
And we actually do have one thought slot still open.
I wonder why, but okay.
Cleaning out the rooms. Temporary research bonus, none. Research time, 5 hours, 35 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And the picture is a pillar that looks like it's wrapped in cloth.
Okay.
And at the top of the pillar is a hexagon with an eye. It's like a very basic drawn eye.
Okay.
It looks almost like a hieroglyph.
Is it like the Illuminati eye in the pyramid, except it's in a hexagon?
No, not really.
Okay.
But it's close.
Do you get the same vibes?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, okay.
It's not quite
It's on
that
a pillar.
mystical.
It's very majestic.
Yeah, it's basically the top of the pillar, right? The pillar is
Yeah.
a six-sided pillar, and it's drawn on top.
How is this relating to the title, Cleaning Out the Room? I don't know.
Well, let's read the problem.
Please
and
do.
See. Someone's been walking around in your dreams lately, looking for something. Tidying up, rearranging, storing away all the unrealized dreams, putting old pains in boxes. The worst nightmares have settled down for a while. A spot of light on the bedroom door after the dark. The fluttering of eyelids in the spring sun. A thought that arises, only to disappear again. And yet, there's a pattern emerging.
Okay. That might be good for Harry.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It sounds like we actually, there's hope.
It's like white mourning, but like progress,
Uh-huh.
healing,
Yes.
putting things away. Yeah, slot it in.
Okay, so we spend a skill point. And in turn.
We had one more that we could unlock with a skill point.
Yes.
And now I get it, yeah.
And
But
that's
after this, we're gonna have to get rid of old thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which maybe we can do. There's some stuff we can get rid of.
Yeah, like the motorway south.
No, that one was sort
we
of
just-
cool.
We used it, and now it's...
No, not pale thoughts. We're gonna keep those,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like the 13th Indo tribe or whatever.
Yeah, the 15th, yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, we get 10 cents for every green orb we kill.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't know what the point was of that thought. Maybe eventually I'll come back. Anyway, still have a little bit of time. Let's get some stuff done.
Yeah.
I kind of want to leave the church.
Yeah, do we want to search for a recording?
Yeah, and like on the way, maybe we can go to Plaisance,
Oh, yeah.
Dice Maker. That's a quick payoff. Let's, take a walk. What time is it in game?
It's 15 o'clock.
Okay, we still got time. I think. It was at least 6, after 6, right?
Oh, yeah, it was...
Do you know?
Like 10 or 11.
Yeah, let's not fuck this up. we've
drop
we've
the
fucked the scheduling up before until viewers indicated it to us.
You must meet her near the old fish market at 10 p.m.
Yeah, that's way later. We got some time.
Yes.
Let's take a walk.
7 hours in the future.
Maybe things have changed.
Oh yeah, maybe someone else was affected by the pain.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we moved the plot along at a glacial pace, but we did.
Yeah.
It's just fun to change scenery once in a while.
Wait, have we been there? Yes, okay, never mind. I'm just running past the fishing village, and there was a door I didn't remember for a moment, but I think we were
Oh, it's a
in there.
vast place, that fishing village.
Yeah,
Full of secrets.
spent so much time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so first stop, bookstore.
Sure. Yeah, whatever comes up first.
Okay, and then there's...
And I like the music in the bookstore. I want to hear that again.
There's also...
By the way, I highly recommend the soundtrack to Disco Elysium. I have checked that out, and it's pretty good.
What's your favorite song?
Measurehead, hands down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's
That's
very
a
intense.
great song.
Not exactly easy listening, but just very well put together.
Yeah. Okay, songs. Here we go.
Yeah. Ooh, fairy.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Right.
Songs. I have something to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I have found the actual source of doom.
Yeah.
What do you mean, the actual source? Are you talking about the third presence?
Yes.
She clutches her pennant anxiously.
She remembers. Good.
Yeah. The thing is, we have prepared her for this, right?
Mhm.
Unwittingly.
And we can say, yes, the presence, the entity, the malicious energy, however you may want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can say, my investigation has led me to discover a 2-millimetre anthroponetic hole in the reality. That's the source of doom, both in the commercial area and in Martinese.
Yeah, that's too blunt. She's not gonna take that, right?
Yeah, so-
You have to speak her language. So do
Presence,
number 1.
Entity, the malicious energy.
She who has many names. I imagine things must be rather bleak for you to return to me. Tell me, what have you found?
See?
And
She's listening.
Now we say, my investigation has led me to discover, I don't know what,
What?
a tiny hole in reality. It may be connected with Pale, an origin point of sorts. It would explain why historically so many things have ended in failure here in Martinese.
Ma'am, what he's saying is true. We found an anthroponetic anomaly in the small pinewood church down the coast. I don't mean to be an alarmist, and more research is needed, but it's not looking good.
But that's not in any of the ancient texts. How am I supposed to protect my bookstore from that?
She's too afraid to even say the word.
And we can say, number one, you can't protect it. Not against Pale. Close up the shop and try to get as far away from this thing as possible. Option number two, you can protect it with hope by refusing to give up. That's what people have done in the past, by building a church, a place of worship around this thing.
Okay.
Or, number three, you'll have to find your own answer. I've spent too long on this quest as it is.
That seems a bit dismissive.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to say number two, even though I think it's a little bit too naive, but it goes in a better direction than number one, which is just defeatist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fatalist.
I mean, the church did contain it. We don't know if it would have grown more, but it didn't grow.
Well, I mean, the Pale is going to win in the end, but you don't have to give up yet.
Yeah.
Things happen until reality stops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, number two.
So you can protect it with hope.
You're right, officer. I mustn't lose faith, especially now that Annette is finally settling in at school and making friends. No, we can't just leave.
She looks at her daughter, quietly studying in the corner of the shop.
Besides, didn't I have some Sailite hope catchers round here somewhere? I must find them. Everything will be all right if I can just find them. Thank you for your help in any case. You're welcome back here anytime.
Hey, task complete.
Nice. Get XP?
Yeah. 10, I think.
Okay, that's fine. Now, since we're here, let's go to the dice maker.
Yeah.
Alright, and there was a hair salon and then a fitness studio.
Mm-hmm. We are moving past the fitness studio and Kim wants to talk to us.
Oh, sure.
We're slowly turning around.
It's dark.
Yeah, just get it.
And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand.
Thanks, Kim.
Got it, Kim. No need to rub it in, and we leave.
Okay, equip the flashlight, Vincent, please.
Yes. Let's see. Chain cutter, flashlight. There we go. Go there. There's the dice maker.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Oh, we also have a white check. Shivers, legendary 14.
Oh, I remember that. We took
Hasn't
off
her
our pants.
Business failed, yeah.
Yeah.
And now we get a +2 bonus
we
from
know.
found the 2mm hole in the
Yeah.
world.
Let's just do that check.
Okay, but let me see if we have any
Alright.
Shivers bonuses. Because
Yeah, I guess we have some.
at
We
the-
must have something for everything by now.
You would think so, but I remember a check in recent history where we didn't have any bonuses. Might have been this one.
Well,
Shivers?
We'll
No, we
find
have
out.
the man from Heimdall.
ah, my
t-shirt.
favorite, yes.
And anything else? Any Shivers bonuses? The scented scarf. And one more, hopefully.
They should give you like loadouts so you can just
Yeah.
define equipment sets, and then you just make one for every skill,
Mm-hmm.
and then the whole system is completely pointless. Well, I mean, it's fine. It's basically you find items and you get stat boosts. That's fine.
Yeah.
Done?
Yeah, just let me look if anything gives us a negative bonus or malus. Nope, we're good.
All right.
Oh, it's you again. Are
Yes.
you looking for a die?
Yeah, I just had to briefly change my clothes in front of you.
Yeah. Also, I'm shining the flashlight directly into her face.
Confess, dice maker. So what's the chance?
72%.
All right.
Here we go.
A gust of
Ha.
cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
And we can say, hey, Neha, the curse is real and I figured out why it has spared you. Or, this is still just a theory, but hear me out. I think I know why your business hasn't failed.
What's the difference between these two options? This is such a non-choice. The one is vaguely more familiar. Like yeah.
One is saying the curse is real, and the other is it's just a theory, I think.
I want to do number one. Sounds friendlier.
Okay.
Didn't we already talk about this?
She asks as the wind continues to seep in through the cracks in the old chimney. And we say, it's because you're not in the same building as the others. This isn't technically the doomed commercial area.
What are you
Okay.
talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guérin 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
And we say, no, this used to be a coal plant. And we touch the safety curtains. You are in a chimney of another building.
This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with the pale stuff.
Right.
Not directly.
Not really. She looks around the makeshift nest that she has carved out for herself, bewildered. Honestly, I expected it was related to the fact that she just doesn't have any communications or something. But
Yeah, that would make sense, right? Also why a bookstore might work. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Not all these other businesses had electronic communication, I would imagine.
I guess not. But this is a little wild. Well,
So,
continue.
Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from?
And we can say, number one, let's say I have my own methods. Unusual methods. Option number two, it has a different address in the heart of the city. Or number three, I'm just using logic. It's windy in here. You probably haven't properly sealed the chimney crown. And we point above.
I think number one. What do you want to say?
I also like that it has a different address in the heart of the city. Because this is a Shivers check.
I guess.
I don't know where that's going.
Sure, take it.
And what? Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
Don't let her become complacent.
Yeah.
She still needs to ward her soul against the evil forces.
Okay. That's inland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
And we can say number one, actually, it's only your workshop that's protected. You should still do something to defend your person. Or, no one's really ever safe from failure.
Number one.
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
And we can say, what? Or we look away and say, I want to talk about something else now.
What?
Do you know what this is?
She raises her hand to reveal a piece of metal shining on her index finger. And we can say, a lucky charm, Simonese ward. Option number two, it looks like a regular piece of jewelry to me. Or option number three, I don't care what it is. I only came to tell you about why you haven't failed yet.
Number one. Lucky charm.
It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the east out the commerce center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan.
And we can say, see, the curse is real. I bet you didn't run this little jewelry shop from the protective depth of
Oh
the
yeah,
chimney.
here we go.
Or we can say, why are you telling me this?
No, number one.
No, you're right. I didn't.
She laughs again, but it sounds rather small and sad.
It wasn't just the jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
And we can say, don't call it a dump. You've made it nice and cozy here. Option number 2. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. It's entropy. Or the last option, yes, coincidence is all that safeguards us.
No, number one is like compliment her on her nice shop. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls.
Well, I mean, this is very funny to have this conversation basically about an entropic curse with a dice maker for role-playing games. Because, yeah, role-playing games normally are structured conversations where you can do whatever you want. But then, because that's too arbitrary and easy, we bring in dice precisely to bring in entropy, to bring in randomness and the failure and chaos that results from that.
Yeah.
So this is game. I see what you did there. I like it. But I still like. When are we gonna mention the pail?
Yeah, this.
Yeah, I think this is like just separate, right? We also had access to this skill check way before we had access to the church.
Yeah, true. But
Yeah.
having done that, the whole talk about the curse is a little weird.
Yeah, but it's okay.
It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending or an entirely different world.
She picks up a pair of dice from the table and examines them under the light.
But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
She gives you a tired smile. And we gained another thought.
Oh man,
The-
great thought.
Precarious world.
I want to look at that thought.
Yeah, me too. But first of all, let me just check. There's an option. I have more questions about this building. I don't think there's...
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
listening.
Oh, okay, there are options.
All right, what is it?
Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw
Ah.
mounts lying around.
Okay.
We can also say, I found creepy mannequins. Or I found a strange machine.
That's
And,
all new?
Yeah, there's also an apparently question with the next submenu that says, I have more questions about the intercom.
Yeah, I do. There was that ghost in the intercom. Okay, let's take it from the top.
Okay.
Probably this answers won't be very long.
This is completely off the rails again, but
That's how this game works.
Yes. Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around.
You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
Okay.
But what drugs exactly?
And we can say, I need to know what Roxy was doing for my police
No,
report.
we're not going to do that.
Or we let it pass.
Let it pass.
Anything else?
Yeah, now the next one.
I found creepy mannequins.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years until the insect rights activists came.
Insect rights?
And we can say, insect rights activists? What in the name of...
Yes.
Mm-hmm. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. Then you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection.
Of course.
And that's the effect of the pail?
Is that an option?
No,
Are you
I'm just
saying that?
I'm just saying that. This is
I guess. I mean, the pale works in mysterious ways. Maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
But also, like,
Or maybe some of these businesses just failed.
yeah, like the guy who did drugs, right? Maybe his business failed not because of some entropic curse, but because he did drugs all the time.
Yeah.
Also, I like how, yeah, these are insect activists. That's just funny to me. Normally, you need to have a cute face to be an animal that gets activists, right?
Yes.
Like ferrets or something.
Yeah.
With furs, but not insects. Anyway.
The other option earlier was I didn't know insects have rights or activists. But
That's
apparently
pretty
they do.
funny.
Yeah. And now we can say, number one, I'm glad that someone took care of the little guys. I like insects, and we not. Option number two. But insects don't have any brains or feelings. Or option number three. They got what they deserved. Making clothes out of beetle wings is a terrible idea. Is that the art cop choice?
Nah, I don't know. Sounds very political.
Yeah.
There's no indifferent choice. I don't know. I want to say the brains thing, Vincent, because that's what I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, insects do have brains, but yes, I understand what you're saying. I think the protesters took it a little too far.
As she shifts around, you notice several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her. Legs up. They're not moving.
Anything else?
And then we ask, I found a strange machine.
Right.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
Ah.
She closes her eyes as some remnant of a memory lights up her face.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral.
Yep, it happens.
It's serious business.
Yeah.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean, liberal? What happened?
The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
What went wrong?
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway as if she can still hear them chitter-chat behind her curtains on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
And we can say either, from what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive, or, really? They must have been on a gigantic ego trip.
Number one.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. It's a rig to keep up with businesses and so on.
This is very funny. Yeah, I mean, I wonder how much of this is about Zaum, the Disco Elysium studio. Well, we don't know.
We don't know.
In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
She's right. Showing up to work on time is important. Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking.
That's Electro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the first one, what? Authority?
Yeah.
Ah, nice. Got them both.
Well done. And we can say, well, showing up to work on time is incredibly hard. Or second option, that's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great.
Yeah, say that one.
Third option, you're right. They should have just tried harder. They had everything needed to succeed.
Number two.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
She
I guess
tosses
that's right.
a pair of dice on the table. One of them stops near the edge of the metallic desk.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die.
Critical failure.
Yeah, just like the company.
The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes. like snowfall.
Nice.
Sounds nice.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yes, more questions about the intercom, please.
Yes, that
I'm
one.
pretty sure it still doesn't work, but sure. What do you want to know?
So we asked already, a strange thing happened when I tried calling a company called Slipstream SCA.
Yes.
Someone answered. But the other options are, so you're telling me that you have a doorbell there? Which one? Or, I was wondering about the whirling and rags. Is it part of the same building complex?
Okay. Do the slipstream last. First number 2 and 3.
Okay, the Slipstream we already did.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we did. But the others are new?
Yeah.
Okay, then do the others.
So let's ask her about her doorbell.
The one with an empty name card. It's the last one in the list. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
And then we ask about the whirling and rags.
Okay.
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the Doom commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
Yeah, we already told that to Guard.
Sure, I'm listening.
Okay, so
All
more
right.
questions.
I hope
Okay.
it clarified things a bit. What else?
So can we tell her about that pail
Yes.
thing?
I think I found the actual source of the curse.
Yes, here we go.
You mean the curse that I'm spared of because I live outside its immediate reach?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And we can say, yes, well, about that. Or, it's a bit more complicated than I first thought it would be.
Yeah, let's say that.
I'm listening.
She leans back in her chair, arms crossed across the chest. And we can just say it. There's a 2-millimetre hole in reality located in a church on the other side of the canal. I think it may be related to the pail. Or, now that I think about it, it sounds too preposterous to say out loud.
No, just say it.
Excuse me? A 2-millimetre hole in reality? This can't be true.
She sits up, visibly agitated.
I'm afraid it is, ma'am. Soona Lukanen killed the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, made the discovery.
Soona is involved in this?
Yeah, she knows her, right?
Yeah. She appears to take this in while the chatter from her headphones continues unabated.
So it's even worse than I thought. It's not just the commercial area that's cursed, it's the entire world.
What? And we can say, what? No, I wouldn't go so far as to say that the entire world is doomed. Or option number 2, don't worry about it. You've been doing fine so far. I'm sure it's nothing.
Say what?
Or we can say nothing.
Say what?
Just Martinese?
She gives you a rueful smile and takes a look around.
In any case, thank you for stopping by. It's good to have an answer, even if I can't claim to understand it fully.
All right.
Okay, and
She's
that's
taking this a lot better than Plaisance, which is not surprising.
And we get another 10 XP.
Okay.
And we can look at the thought.
Yes.
Okay. The precarious world. Temporary research bonus. All red checks fail.
That's not a bonus.
No, it isn't.
What's the picture?
Also, the research time is 4 hours.
Oh, man.
And the picture is of a face in a hood, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like someone has stabbed like wooden stakes through it in a cross pattern.
Uh-huh.
And the face is covered with 2 hands that are holding it.
Sounds rough.
Awesome.
Sounds not very pleasant.
Yeah.
What was it called again?
The precarious world.
Yeah, it is precarious. Okay.
And it says, seems like the point of this game is victory. The absence of defeat on all fronts. Victory in business ventures and creative undertakings. Victory in love and over other people. Political victory. Ideological victory. Hell, even sexual victory. Definitely a lot of objective-based victories too. Having things and not losing them. One problem though. Well, not a lot of victors inside.
Yeah.
Everyone's mostly losing. Why is that? And how do you not lose?
This is a nice thought. I love that this comes from the dice maker,
Mm-hmm.
where it's about failure, which is something that can happen when you roll dice in
Yeah.
role-playing games. And it's so fitting that the bonus is you fail all red checks. Here, get a
that's
deep
true, yeah.
taste of failure,
Uh-huh.
and then you'll hopefully get some insight. I do think that with this harsh malice,
Mm-hmm.
the bonus might also be very juicy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to learn this thought, Vincent. Do we? The problem is, do we have an XP spare?
We don't need XP to slot it in, I believe.
But we are full, Vincent. And to remove a thought, I think we need an XP.
Yeah, you are correct. We have an XP point, yes.
Oh, so we could. So, just so I don't miss any one of them, can we go through all the thoughts? We have
Yeah.
just the names are enough, I think.
Okay. Lonesome Long Way Home,
Uh-huh.
White Morning,
Yeah.
Kingdom of Conscience,
Yeah, I like that one.
Jemavu,
That's important. A viewer said.
Derealization, yes.
Yeah.
Advanced Race Theory,
Okay.
Actual Artery,
That's funny.
the 15th Indo Tribe,
That's my... Yeah, okay. Go on.
Motorway South,
Yeah, that's important.
Regular Law Official, Date of Birth Generator, and Wasteland of Reality. And then the new one, Cleaning Out the Rooms.
Yeah, okay. So, critical race... No, I'm sorry, that was a Freudian slip. Not critical race theory, but advanced race theory.
Yes.
That's a candidate and 15th Indo tribe. Now we can look at the mechanical bonuses. Or do you have a suggestion?
Date of Birth Generator.
Yeah, what did that do again?
So that one is bonuses from the thought. Learning cap for logic raised to 4. -1 difficulty to all physique passives.
Okay. But what was the content? It was about our age?
You were born in the year 07, in the last year of Commune of Rivershoal, right before it fell, in the old military hospital on the ground floor where people usually came to die during a snowstorm. The revolution had about 1 year left to go and the fires were still burning bright. There were explosions in the blizzard. This was 44 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
You are 44 years
It's about our past. We might keep it, but it's on the list. I do like the mechanical bonus. Let's look at the other two thoughts.
15 in the tribe is plus 10 cents for every green orb clicked.
Oh,
and
yeah, okay.
Learning cap for Savior Fair raised to 6.
Yeah, it's a... And can you read me the text again?
I'm going to read the problem too. Wild Pines, Feld, Cupris, Tricentennial, Villas and Lascelles. Names of Rivershoalian Indo tribes spring into your head. Set loose at the mention of Wild Pines. Royal monopolies. Octopuses and swordfish. Most of them gone now. YBP.
This is basically already gibberish. Like I don't even understand what you just said. It was just so many proper names.
Yeah. And it continues like that. Names. But isn't one missing? Wait, no. There were only 14. Then why do you feel like there was a 15th in the tribe? And then the solution is because there was. The 15th Indo tribe was comprised of 8 kids from Forborough and northern Jamrock.
Wait, where else was Forball?
From the
Hey, that's the Disco
kids.
Boys.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! No, we have to keep this thought. God damn you, game. I don't mean you, Vincent.
Yeah.
I'm just angry at you because you read it to me. And
I don't know.
We have to keep it. Please don't read the rest. It will just make me more angry.
Okay.
But I do like the money that keeps coming in from the orbs.
Yeah, okay, my point I would make there is that we have clicked a lot of green orbs and now we are mostly running around areas where we don't have any orbs left.
You're right, but like that's true. But after Ruby there might be more orbs
that's true.
if the game doesn't end there.
Mm-hmm.
Critical race. I'm sorry.
Advanced. It's advanced race theory.
Measureheads race theory, yeah.
Yes. Bonuses from the thought. Learning cap for rhetoric raised to 5.
Oh, okay.
+1 conceptualization. The mystery is mostly aesthetic.
Crap, that's kind of good as well.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, let's look at other thoughts just on the base of mechanics. What's the least useful? What's the first thought we ever slotted in? That's probably weak.
Lonesome Long Way Home. Learning cap for perception raised to 5. Speed gives 1 psi.
Yeah, okay. I like it when they raise the learning caps.
But I mean, perception. Have we ever actually put any? Okay,
I think perception has given us lots of passive bonuses, right? Because you spot certain things that you otherwise wouldn't.
Right, but we have only put 2 skill points in perception, so we can.
Oh, you think we?
Actually, no, we would. The learning cap for all the others is 4, so it raises from 4 to 5, I guess.
Yeah.
Even though the learning cap at the moment is very high. It's like, how many is that? 6, 8, 9.
Well, because we get bonuses from other stuff, right?
Yeah.
What would be our natural perception right now? Without bonuses. Is that easy to find out?
Motorics is +2, learning skill +2, and then bonus from item -1. So we would be normally at 4.
Ah, okay. Yeah, and now with that thought, we have one more way to level it up, right? Which we would need to do in order to pass a check, theoretically. That's why having learning cap room is kind of good.
Right, but I think we have a thought that gives motorics a learning cap of 4. Yeah, all White Morning, all motorics learning caps raised by 1.
Yeah, okay. So the normal learning cap for other stuff is 3. I guess that also depends on our original character choice. I think. Anyway, I feel like I want to keep thoughts that give raised learning caps because that's potential thought. And there are thoughts that don't do that, right? We've looked at thoughts that are thematically useless, and we kind of discovered that, damn you game, you're sort of well written, all the thoughts are kind of interesting somehow. Race being like the least interesting, maybe. Let's go through the mechanics.
Okay, so Lonesome Long Way Home we did. White Morning, plus 20% zoom out distance, and all motorics learning caps raised by 1.
Okay, that's that one.
Kingdom of Conscience. Moralist dialogue option seal plus 1 morale.
Yeah.
Learning cap for volition raised to 5. Learning cap for logic raised to 5.
Crap, do they all do learning cap?
Jimavu, plus 1 XP for every orb clicked, and all intellect learning caps raised by 1. Advanced race theory, learning cap for rhetoric raised to 5, plus 1 conceptualization.
All right.
Actual art degree, -1 hand-eye coordination, handshake from anger, how shit it all is. And conceptualization passive heal plus 1 morale and gives 10 XP.
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
And then 15 in the tribe, plus 10 cents for every green orb clicked. Learning cap for Savior Fair raised to 6. Motorway South, all intellect white checks unlocked, plus 1 Inland Empire, the swallowing motion. Regular law official, -1 shivers, -1 Inland Empire, all learning caps raised to 3.
Okay.
And date of birth generator, learning cap for logic raised to 4, -1 difficulty to all physics passives, and Wasteland of Reality, -1 physical instrument, -1 Inland Empire, -1 suggestion.
That's a harsh one, man.
+1 psyche, and no positive effects from alcohol.
There are some thoughts that don't raise learning caps, like this one. Though I want to keep this one. But honestly, the art degree one we might get rid of. Can you look at that one again?
Yeah, but that gives XP. Conceptualization passive heals plus 1 morale and gives 10 XP.
Yeah, it's not bad, but do we really need it?
I like XP Marius.
Well, do you have a suggestion? We might get rid of learning cap skill for a skill that we really don't care about.
I vote Lonesome Long Way Home. The learning cap, I mean, between White Morning learning caps for motorics and the regular law official, all learning caps raised to 3, we have another 2 points we could put in perception.
And it was like a very early thought that we put in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get rid of that one.
Okay, here we go. I forgot thought for 1 point. Thoughts will be lost forever.
Yes.
Okay.
Put it in the pail. And now slot in the new one with the failure stuff and the face with the stakes.
The Precarious World.
Yeah, that one.
Internalize. Okay.
Which is like, oh man, I forgot the bonus, right? We're gonna fail all red checks, but that's fine because we're gonna be done with this thought, right? I hope so. Before we have to get the gun.
Yes.
Because that would be hilarious if you like just before you start to get the gun, you slot on this thought, and then you get the gun and you do the Ruby stuff, failing all red checks. That would be very, very funny. Wouldn't that be a laugh, Vincent?
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
All right, that's cool. So we informed everyone about the pail, which we learned about. Next time, I think we can go to that tree, hopefully grab a tape or whatever. Solve that. Go back to the church.
I found some loot.
More orbs.
No, just a postcard. It's
okay.
barely
Can
worth
sell
anything.
it for money.
Yeah.
And maybe we can buy a board game.
And we can play a board game possibly when to pass the time.
That's right. We might have to find something to pass the time.
Or we can read a book.
Lots of stuff. We still have actual quest stuff to do,
Yeah,
right? We can probably just spend a lot of time at the church.
Oh yeah, we shouldn't forget the reason why we are actually running towards this area of the city again was because we were looking for a tape.
Yeah, that's what I said. Get the tape from the tree.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what tree yet. And there was also... Anyway, we'll figure out next time. There's stuff to do still. I'm curious about those thoughts. Thank you, Vincent, for reading to me so wonderfully, as you always do. Thank you, dear viewer, for watching. You can leave some comments if there's anything you would like to share. We're always happy about comments. You can follow us on Twitter @makes_play. And you can subscribe to the channel if you like. We'll see you next time. Vincent, any last words?
We are so thoughtful.
Bye.
Bye.